MC's not in his seat. Holy God. Professionalism. Hello.
Hi.
Hello, and welcome back to the Temporary Podcast, episode 6.
Yeah.
Which is recorded today on January 26, 2014. Welcome back. We've been gone for approximately a whole month, and Dyer died.
I did.
Dyer died all last month.
I'm alive now, though.
Yes, we recovered him using
I got better.
revives, one-ups, fairies in bottles, and
Phoenix Downs.
Yeah. And other such commodities.
You know, I actually don't play Final Fantasy, so I'm surprised I knew that.
Oh,
yeah.
You are literally the genius of the day.
I guess so.
You get the crown.
I don't want the crown.
You get the crown!
I have forsaken the crown. Oh, God.
You are the genius, and you get the crown. It's kind of bent.
You give me a broken crown, isn't there? Like there's some symbolism to that, isn't there?
Oh, well, hello. Can everybody see us? Can everybody hear us on the stream? Hopefully. Yes. So we need to talk about what we've been doing kind of inside the past month. But, so we have a big thing to recap. Dyer, what have you been up to in the past month?
What's Warcraft?
World of Warcraft?
That's all.
Is that all you've been doing?
Yeah.
What level are you?
90.
How do you feel about your World of Warcraft accomplishments?
I'm okay with it. Actually, it's a lot of fun.
It is?
I have enjoyed it, and it's been nice to. It's been become a nightly chill out kind of thing instead of talking with people every single night like a mumble. I mean, I still do that, but it's nice to also have quiet time where I just go out and do dailies or something like that. So it's nice.
I've been tempted every day since I've gone back from HDQ to play World of Warcraft, but I will not. I will not do it. I will not do it ever. I refuse.
Tune in next week to get your passes for Recruiter Friends from MC Gamer.
No, I do not want my recruiter friend. I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to recruit. I just want to play other video games. That's exactly what I want to do. So anything else of importance that you want to mention to the audience that you've been up to?
I can think of, no. None unless there's something you're edging me towards.
No, there's nothing I'm edging you towards. I'm genuinely interested if there's anything to note.
No, I've just been streaming my butt off. Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to count this as my stream for tonight. So, if anyone's over my...
This is Dyer's stream now.
This is Dyer's stream.
Okay.
So that way I've done it for a full week, and I'm going to stream tomorrow. That way I'm basically going to try to stream every day. So.
Welcome to the Dyer-ary podcast.
Yes.
Oh.
Ew.
I don't think that's a good name.
Don't worry, we're going to short it to the Diarrhea podcast. It'll be much better. I get the genius crown now.
Yeah.
Liz, are you competent enough to say what you've been up to this past month?
Never. Our life over the last month has been Les Mis.
Les Mis?
Les Miserables. Andy and I were both in the ensemble cast for Les Miserables.
I was a student.
I was many things, including a lovely lady.
Oh my gosh, the lovely ladies. That was an interesting part of the play, nonetheless.
How'd you like seeing me in that?
I was like, hey, oh my God, that's Liz. Well, she sure is a lovely lady.
What did my mom say about that? Did she say anything?
I don't think so.
Maybe she blocked it out. That is not my son's wife.
So I have nothing to comment. So.
Well, Dyer's making his contributions to his own podcast. Well done.
Yes.
All right. Anything else of importance that you've been doing over the past month that you've been keeping secret from us?
Charity work.
Charity work.
Working the charity stuff.
Indeed.
Why are you licking my ear?
I'm not. Why are you asking me? I can't. This is weird because I can't see you all across the table. Look there.
So you just like,
wow. We're on the monitor right over there.
It's like magic.
I should have turned on the full screen viewport.
Woo.
Ooh.
No, it's just been pretty much Les Miserables every night.
Well,
yeah, it really has been.
So what are you planning on doing now that you have every night free again? That's really weird, isn't it?
It is extraordinarily weird.
Like, is it time to start auditioning for more plays?
No.
Hells no. No.
Does that mean I get to see you more often?
Yes.
So that's where you guys been, I guess. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Rehearsal and performances, really.
Yeah.
Oh, you did a very good job. Andy, what have you been up to? Don't say Les Mis.
That, and I got a new job. I no longer work at Sheets.
No!
It's good. It's good.
But
No, don't-
I'm
don't
not
fret
going to
that.
sit here and I'm not going to bash Sheets because it was an okay place to work. I just wasn't getting a lot of hours. The job I have now, it's only part-time till I graduate, which is in February. So then it'll be 40 hours a week, 401k, benefits, so yada, 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 yada.
Yada,
More
yada,
money.
yada.
Health insurance.
Health insurance, $1 more an hour. Then it'll be $2 more after a month. So, yeah. I also, this morning I finished playing Castlevania: Lord of Shadows: Mirror of Fate.
You beat it.
I did,
Well done. Well done. Yes.
and now I wanna play Lord of Shadows. I think it's for the PS3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see.
Any other gaming accomplishments over the past month you can remember? I know you've been doing the PS4. Do you want to talk about the PS4 later?
I will talk about that later.
Yeah. Because I know you wanted to give us a
I
review.
I finished my first playthrough of Beyond Two Souls.
Oh, I've heard that game exists, indeed. Isn't it the same one like the Quantum... Is it Quantum that made it? Or whatever? Quantum Break or whatever it's called? What am I thinking of?
I don't know.
Help me.
I
Help me.
don't know any of these.
Beyond Two Souls is made by the same people that made Heavy Rain and
Isn't it Quantum something?
no,
What am I thinking of?
Indigo Prophecy.
Yeah, I know those games, but what...
Is it Naughty Dog?
No, Naughty
it's not
Dog.
Naughty Dog.
No.
What do they call... Oh...
Crap.
Chad, help us. All right, so
Wait for the lag.
Yeah.
Beyond Two Souls. Anything exciting? Or that?
What you mean other than finishing those?
Yeah. You're like, what are you demanding of me, MC? How many games do you think I can
let's
beat?
see. I don't really think there's much else.
Well, that's quite a bit with Les Mis, so
Yeah.
I congratulate you. Quantic Dream? Am I right? I think I'm right.
Quantum Break.
That's what I said that was wrong.
Quantum Leap. That was my first thought when he said quantum.
No.
MC, what have you been up to?
Okay, so let's just break it down by chunks. So I say, all right, we're no longer doing the podcast, blah blah. We'll see you in a month. Yeah, and then I'm like, well, you know what? I don't need my computer anymore. I should probably set up for Zeldathon. Let's bring the computer out into the living room, and I plug it in, and then it goes zap zap zap.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, okay, it's still working. Let's plug in the Saber Media cord, and then it goes zap zap zap, flame shooting, and I was like, okay, you're dead. So
Yeah.
that was fun. So then Scott makes the emergency trip to Zeldathon. Do makes the emergency trip for Zeldathon. We managed to put together the best Zeldathon yet, raising over $54,500 for
St.
St.
Jude
Jude.
Research Hospital.
I've been to so many charities over the past month. You need to. Yes, we did that. It was very good. It was the best Zeldathon yet, and I got so very little complaints, so many piddly things that we can just touch up for next time. That makes me happy. There wasn't any glaring issue of the marathon that some people had issue with.
Except for that Scott guy.
Except for that Scott guy, yeah.
Yeah,
He came here and he provided his computer, and then he slept in Dyer's room. How dare he! I don't even know. By the way, for that transition, you become the genius, Andy. For asking me what I've been up to.
Yay!
You are the genius now.
Double hats.
Everybody's hat stacking. Well, no. Okay.
There we go.
Yeah.
Everybody, 50% of us are.
So then Zeldathon happens, and then I'm like, man, that sure was fun. Maybe I should take a nap. And then I was like, no.
No.
Instead, we shall travel to the wonderful land of Washington, D.C.
Don't want to go.
And I went to AGDQ, where they speedran many games and raised over $1 million for the Prevent Cancer Foundation. And I of course I get this thought in my head. It's like, oh my gosh, Zeldathon should raise that much. Why can't we raise that much? And then I remember charity's not a competition. And then I see the grand scope of how big AGDQ is. If you were there, there was over 500 people there inside that
It's
hotel.
basically a con devoted to charity fundraising.
Yeah,
I mean, it was a con.
however, it's really weird. So much money is raised for charity, but there's so little, like, I don't want to say there's, like, so little, like, about the charity that's going on. People are just getting the games done, and people are donating, and it's really remarkable how well they can do it. But yeah, I hung out there for like 8-9 days, and I got to meet some of the people who got me into streaming, like Cosmo and Trihex. Have I told you guys this story, Liz and Andy? Dyer, have I told you guys the story of how I met Trihex?
I don't think so.
Also,
Oh.
hi, Jaren.
So
Jaren.
hey Jaren, I hope to see you soon. So I get to HDQ, and I'm like, all right, here's my hotel room, and I have nobody else to go meet people with. So I'm like, I'm gonna hide in this hotel room until Scott or Jackson arrives. So I'm just gonna hide here, and I'm just hiding inside the hotel room, just pacing. And then I hear outside my room the voice of Trihex. Like, I know it's Trihex's voice, and I'm like, and I peek out of my hotel room. I literally just put my head out, and he spots me, and he yells MC, and then comes running full speed down this hotel hallway, and then leaps. And like he leaps like a couple feet, and lands on top of my person, and it's just attached to me like a monkey.
Aw.
And after that, I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna have any more weird. Like, nothing is gonna be weirder than this meeting. So then I had the confidence to go and like walk everywhere. So
Mm.
so shout out to Trihex
Thank
for
you.
leaping upon my person. Then I came home and slept a while, and now I'm making videos again.
Yep.
And I like Pixelmon.
Speaking of making videos, I'm gonna start doing that this week.
Good, very good.
I haven't like done anything in like a month, so yeah, I've decided I need to get back on that. Back on the horse.
You should play Pixelmon. Pixelmon.
Yes.
Pixelmon is a fun thing.
I want to play it.
So it's
I'm excited.
fun.
It's so good.
There's the blesses. Thank you.
Blesses.
Anyway, guys, we need to talk about some news and discuss things. The first thing we need to discuss is a new segment here on the Temporary Podcast called Oh Nintendo.
Nah.
I've been waiting all day to do that.
Nah. I'm not feeling it.
So, the latest financials came in from Nintendo, guys.
Yeah.
Would you like to know what's up?
Not really.
All right.
do we care?
We care.
Well, I mean,
Okay. All right. Hit me with it. Lay it on me.
Okay, go ahead.
So at the beginning of the year, the fiscal year, like Awad and his team of people are like, all right, this is how many Wii U's we're going to sell. And apparently they did not sell that much, and they had to lower their expectation by 70%.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah, so they were off by 70%. That
They were
is
aiming
not
high.
good. That is not good at all. So now they only estimate to sell 2.8 million inside the fiscal year. And Iwata says that he misjudged the Western market.
See, I just saw that as I was reading through there what you were talking about, and the fact he says it actually makes me a little nervous. Like they might, because they did that before. And that whenever Nintendo doesn't trust like the Western market, they just don't release things.
Yeah.
They're like, we don't know, so we're not going to release it. We're not even worried about it, and that makes me actually a little worried they might stop releasing certain things over here that might potentially be awesome in Japan, but not necessarily here.
Mother
You know?
3!
Yeah, like stuff like that.
Excuse me. Hello.
Like games that they have over there, but they don't necessarily release over here because they're afraid that they won't sell. So that actually is a little worrying. No, I don't have a Nintendo. I don't play it a whole bunch, but I like the fact there's still stuff there.
I mean,
So.
there's good games for the Wii U.
Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'm the problem.
That you're interested, but you don't want to buy it.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
Andy, what are you thinking about why Watt is saying he misjudged the Western market by 70%?
It was aiming high.
it could've been aiming
Apparently a little too high.
Well,
Yeah.
you can't aim high when you're telling your stockholders, Usually, if anything, you should be telling your stockholders, oh, we estimate to sell 3 million, and you end up selling 5 million or something, and then they're like, wow, we are impressed that you went over your estimate,
Yeah. I've actually got to agree with Dirty Thresh. I think they're maybe not necessarily being the conservative part, but they don't understand their fan base. I think they've lost touch a little bit.
I don't think, Nintendo does not
They
understand.
do not understand their fans.
I mean,
at all.
Nintendo has this great thing going for them that they wanted. It's like, let's make some really great games and put it on this console. But what they're not doing is they're not talking to their third parties.
Mm-hmm.
They're not putting into place the infrastructures in their game. Like, why can't New Super Mario Bros. U have online multiplayer? Why can't I say, hey, Andy, do you want to play Mario tonight? And he's at his house and he says yes, and we connect up and we play.
Yeah.
Why can't
be
that
fun.
happen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or I saw something on Reddit just the other day about someone saying they need to bring back the Nintendo seal of approval for third-party games and stuff like that.
What do you mean?
Like the actual Nintendo seal of approval used to be to safeguard their systems from getting crap games. You know,
Oh, really?
That way you don't get like these collection of Atari games that are just basically rip-offs from old games that are now public license.
Right.
You know, stuff like that. That was one problem I always saw with the Wii, with just the Wii,
Mm-hmm.
was it had really good titles, and then there was 20% good titles, the rest of it's just basically crap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Or if it was any kind of somewhat good, it wasn't polished enough, and that's one thing they did with the Nintendo seal of approval is they worked with the developers to make it a good product for their system. You know.
You make some good points.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bring it back.
I love Nintendo. I love them
Nintendo.
so much, and I think everybody does. Like if you go to Reddit and stuff, you'll see people like nostalging all over Nintendo games. They'll say the Wii U. Look at how cool this console is, but people just aren't buying them, and it's cheap enough. It's cheaper than the other two consoles by $100 now.
Yeah.
It's cheaper than the PS4 by $100. PS4 cheaper than the Xbox One. So it's like, why isn't it selling consoles? Well, now they're starting to do bundles. They are starting to sell more. Like it is ramping up. They're starting to do things right now, but
Yeah. They need to just kind of step it up and
it's
get
late.
the people.
It's very late.
It's very late, but yeah. Yeah.
And they got to get these third parties on board. In fact, speaking of third parties, we had an EA anonymous source say the following. Andy, would you like to be the anonymous EA source?
I would love to. The EA anonymous source says, Nintendo was dead to us very quickly. It became a kids' IP platform, and we really don't make games for kids. That was pretty true across the other labels, too. Even the Mass Effect title on Wii U, which is a solid effort, could never do big business like EA, like Activision, like EA, like what? And EA, like Activision, is only focused on games that can be big franchises.
So that's what do you take from this, Liz?
Well, a lot of the games that are released for the Wii U are family-oriented,
Yeah, they're supposed to be
younger audience games.
right.
Fixing something.
And the third-party games have been non-exclusive and already released on systems that people already have, like the PS3 and Xbox, blah. And
Well, yeah. So like you're saying, Mass Effect. People already
yeah,
bought Mass
people
Effect.
that already had it.
Right, so it's like Mass Effect 3 comes out for the Wii U, and people are like, well, I had this on my PC, I had this on my Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Why do I want to buy it on Wii U?
We bought AC, 4?
AC3.
AC3.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, we bought Assassin's Creed 3 for the Wii U when it released, but we haven't played it yet.
Where
I
have
played a
you,
little bit
Well,
of it.
played it a little
Where
bit.
have you
but
played
we
of it
finished
instead?
it on the PS3.
you beat it on the PS3.
Yeah. Because that's where he had started the game to begin with and had gotten farther in it before it released on the Wii U.
Mm-hmm. See, they're talking about they need good third-party exclusives.
Exclusives.
And
Nintendo's not going to be able to nail
That's
this.
really the reason why I don't really do much console stuff anymore, is simply because they don't have such big exclusives that I feel like I have to worry about never playing them. Like there's a few
They'll come
PS
out on PC. They'll come out on PC.
Most things will come out on PC at some point in the future. Maybe not in the case of the PlayStation games.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually the ones that have been holding strongest when it comes to exclusive titles. Like they're the only ones I'm like, all right, I want to play this. I want to play like Last of Us and stuff. All those things are all on PlayStation consoles that I can't necessarily get a hold of. But that's something that we has, but I don't necessarily feel like I need to go after their stuff. Like the Mario games will always be there. There's always going to be an updated version of the same Mario game, more or less. You
Now,
know?
when it comes to like the Wii though, the original Wii,
Yeah.
it had some third-party stuff that was exclusive. At least World of Goo first came out on the Wii.
Yeah, but it's not on PC.
Yeah, well now it's on PC, but that really helped the Wii. People liked World of Goo. They liked
Yeah.
that game. Cave Story originally released on PC, but the first console it came to was the Wii. And there's so many games that are now releasing on the 3DS even. Like Nintendo is dominating the portable market.
Oh yeah.
And
It
Nintendo
always
will
will.
always dominate
It
the
always
portable
will,
market.
yeah.
I mean, they were the guys who made the Game Boy, and like,
Yeah.
you don't have any duds when it comes to their portable things. Don't even say Virtual Boy. But yeah, so they've always released really good, solid portable systems. But the 3DS, would you call the 3DS a portable, a solid system now, like
Yeah.
in terms of sales?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Would you call it when it first released after a couple months? No. Because they had to backtrack. They had to lower the price by like $70 or
Yeah,
something.
I remember
And they had
that.
to have the ambassador program. And I think that's what we're seeing with the Wii U. We're not going to see an ambassador program, but we're definitely seeing, Nintendo starts to realize, oops, we did it again. Right after Iwata had just finished saying, we will not make this mistake that we made with the 3DS again. We will have all these games at launch. And then they don't have the games at launch. So I think that was where they stumbled. Michael Pachter, he's a analyst of this stuff, and he said that the Wii U will not be able to recover. That Nintendo needs to scrap it and try again. And I don't think so. I think
It just
No,
gives.
they just need
yeah.
more games.
but when we have EA, an anonymous source saying that Nintendo is dead to us quickly,
But then you've got other people within EA, like Peter Moore, saying they don't trust anonymous sources. Nintendo's a great partner. They never have been and never will be dead. Basically, is what Peter Moore said.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So Peter Moore isn't he's not an anonymous source within EA, so
Yeah, he's
you can
straight
take
up-
that credible.
yeah.
But is that them trying to backpedal? Or are they trying to cover up one employee's blunder? We don't know. So not really much we can do about that. I think that Nintendo will recover, but they have to figure it out. And everybody's like, Nintendo's
They
gonna
do
go
that every
bankrupt.
time, though. They do that every time. Everyone's like, they're gonna go bankrupt.
Nintendo's never gonna go bankrupt.
Do you know that Nintendo's not in debt? Nintendo has $8.6 billion in assets still.
Yeah. I mean,
They're not going to go bankrupt just because the Wii U fails. They could fail 3 more systems and they'd be fine because they still have the
Yeah.
portable market.
Nintendo will never go away because of the brand name it has. It might not, I can't say in 100 years from now that it might not be bought out by someone else, but for the most part, Nintendo's here.
They're Nintendo.
It's Nintendo. They're not going away.
I
That
mean-
name will never go away unless an apocalypse happens.
I mean, they're not Sega. They can't just drop out of the hardware market like Sega did because,
Yeah.
Sega wasn't Nintendo. Nintendo is Nintendo, and that's why it's going to stay.
Yeah.
We need to move swiftly along, but I'd like to say one thing before we go. Oh, Nintendo. Now, Andy, you got some news for
I
us.
do. They released gameplay footage for Lord of the Rings: Shadows of Mordor, and
Mordor.
Yes, I spelled it horribly wrong in the document. But a lot of people think that it looks a lot like gameplay from Assassin's Creed 2. And in fact, one of the creators or whatever of Assassin's Creed 2 was sending out a lot of tweets saying, I hope I get credit for, helping with this game and whatnot.
Oh, that's
and
kind of-
was accusing the people that are making Shadows of Mordor of stealing Assassin's Creed 2's code, which there's no
Wow.
proof that they actually have. And, I mean, the gameplay does look similar, but I wouldn't say it looks exactly like Assassin's Creed 2.
I mean, I haven't seen the trailer yet, but for a developer to come out and say, "Oh, I hope I get credit for their work," I mean,
Yeah.
that's really
They're stealing our
that's
code.
pretty
That's
messed
a
up.
huge accusation.
Yeah.
not even a huge It's just a douchey thing to say. I don't know if
Yeah.
douchey is.
And it's one of those things you just
It's-
handle behind closed doors
it is-
regardless.
yeah, that's not something you go say. That's really rude, and honestly, that's whoever they are is a jerk.
Liz, did you steal the Assassin's Creed 2 code and give it to Lord of the Rings?
Vittorio Assassini!
Well, now we know. It's all Liz's fault.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, so what do you think about Indy? Because you were the one who brought it to our attention.
I kind of agree with Dyer. That's a kind of a...
Yeah.
It's
D-bag.
Why would you... I mean, it's its own game. And
Yeah.
to me, it looks like one of the best Lord of the Rings games that's been
Ever.
made. Well, it's not done yet and not released, but it looks like it's going to be a great game, in my opinion. Kind of a darker Lord of the Rings game, darker than anything they've made so far, with the exception of that one RPG, like turn-based RPG that they made, which I can't remember what it was called.
I don't know.
No, not Eye of the North. I'm looking forward to it. I'll probably end up getting it.
Yeah.
And if it is like Assassin's Creed 2, then cool. Assassin's Creed 2 was a good game.
Yeah.
I mean,
the guy who made one of the guys on Assassin's Creed 2 should have been like, "Hey, this looks really similar to Assassin's Creed 2. Guys, get excited! This looks like Assassin's Creed 2. If you liked what I did, go check this out."
Well, there was
instead of being like, "Oh, they stole all my work."
where's my money?
in the video where I saw this, they were making kind of like asking the question is, are games starting to be too similar to other games? And that's a legitimate question. I mean, eventually you're gonna run out of ideas for games for a little bit, and things are gonna seem similar, but they're not gonna be the same. And then someone's gonna come out, with some breaking edge new idea, and everything will be different again.
Breaking Edge.
We don't
Whatever.
see the people who are
Cutting
making
edge?
Cutting edge.
the
Oculus Rift.
Legend of Zelda Dynasty Warriors type game. You don't see the Dynasty Warriors people going, "Oh, look at
They're
that
making
game."
a game.
Oh,
Yeah.
they're making it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind.
It's a collaboration.
Well,
okay,
even if it
wait,
wasn't,
let's move on. Let's
Yeah.
to this.
Yeah.
The 3D dot game Heroes that came out for the PlayStation 3, that looked so much like the original Zelda. I'm sorry, I'm whacking you.
I'm in my spot.
Slap. The original, it looked a lot like the original Zelda, but you didn't see Nintendo saying, "This is our game." They should give us credit.
No.
Maybe they could give them credit. I don't know. But
Any game that looks like
I want
Zelda,
that game.
therefore needs to pay or needs to be accused of stealing.
I mean,
That's
what about every
Dumb.
game that you go run to the side and jump? Mario should be getting credit here, guys. I don't know.
Oh, side scrollers.
It's a silly thing. I want to go find those tweets now. Hey Liz, any news from you? Like, what's going on tonight?
I guess tonight's the Grammys.
Yay!
All right, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
Oh.
Whatever.
So what's happening on the 31st though? What's more important than the Grammys completely?
Yes. This Friday, the 31st at 4 p.m. Eastern Time.
U.S. Eastern. There is an Australian Eastern that
Oh,
people have gone
okay.
yelled at me. That's why I always say U.S. Eastern on my tweets.
Okay, U.S. Eastern Time,
There you go.
4 p.m. this
Yeah.
Friday the 31st.
Yes.
We're having a Fun for Freedom town hall meeting.
Do you know what Fun for Freedom is? It's a charity community.
Never heard of
Fun
it.
for
What is
Freedom
it?
is
Tell me about
our
it.
charity community. Yes.
What?
It's our charity community. Yes. We game for good.
We game for good.
Well, don't you get that's what the name's supposed to be? Gaming for good, fun for freedom.
Aren't you the leader of the PR department?
No, I'm the charity director.
Oh.
And Dyer's like, wow, man, I thought you were
I'd
like
love to be a
cool.
little bit better in describing
okay.
what Fun for Freedom is.
I'm sleepy.
That's always your excuse.
Okay, do you want to explain what Fun for Freedom is, or do you want me to do it?
You can do it right now.
Okay,
Whatever it's-
I'll quickly recap what Fun for Freedom is. It's a community that I started along with my friend Mike. It's about gaming and charity. We do both. We play games, sometimes on Twitch, and we say raise like charity monies. For example, this month we're raising for the United Cerebral Palsy of San Diego. I'm so impressed that I got that name. I'm so happy with myself. So many charity names over the past month. But yeah, and we're having a town hall to talk about why our site is good and why it's bad and how we can fix the bad.
It's all bad. Fix it all.
That's the plan. Thank you, Dyer.
You're
The
welcome.
Diarrhea Podcast.
So if
I
you
wouldn't
are
do
a
that.
community member of the Fun for Freedom community, please plan to attend. We want your feedback and we want you to hear our ideas and the things that we know we need to fix and what our ideas are to fix them. And so, yeah, be there, please.
We also want to eat your souls.
Be there or
I do.
be circular.
Square.
No! Okay.
It's not really a square, that's a
Shut
rectangle.
up! It's a square.
Anyways,
Yes.
have you guys heard about Hitbox TV?
I feel like I feel
idea.
bad. Like I feel like I should have been the one to put that in. Actually, that's what I've been talking about it most lately.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have something? Did you look at?
Yeah,
something?
I'll introduce the
do
story.
your spiel. You
I'll
put it
introduce
in
the
there.
story. So Hitbox.tv is a new streaming website. It's by some of the people who made Own TV, which I would like to mention went bankrupt. But anyway, it's a new site for streaming. And it's like Twitch in a lot of ways. The biggest changes and differences between it is right now they're using an older video system, which has very little delay.
They actually just switched over just the other day to even increase the or decreased the amount of lag between chat and the streamer itself. Actually, they actually lowered the gap even further to like 2 seconds.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
As opposed to Twitch right now, which recently put forth the video change to standardize things, and which now has like a 30 to a minute delay.
Yeah.
30 second to a minute, not 30 minutes. Ha, that'd be fun. And a lot of people are right now using Twitch or Hitbox rather that are from at least the communities that I'm a part of. And I personally, I don't know how to feel about it because I have 2 Twitch shirts upstairs. I can't go back after buying those Twitch shirts. No, it's not about that. It's just I really like Twitch. They do a lot of things right, and they're very personal. I know a lot of people on the team, and I feel like I would never want to move my community from that. And I think that Twitch is responsible enough that they will reach what Hitbox has done. I think. I don't think they're just going to drop the ball forever.
So.
No.
I also think that even though you know a lot of people that are there, it might not necessarily be their call for a lot of the changes Twitch has been making lately. And one company having basically a monopoly on anything is always a bad idea. It stops innovation. The fact that Hitbox has come along and people are actually seeing it as a viable alternative, and it is growing. I've been watching the numbers kind of daily, seeing more and more interest peak up through it. It'll be awesome. If there's 2 sites like that, that's awesome because that means they'll compete. And that's what Twitch needs, is a viable competitor.
And maybe it'll improve. I
Right
can
now,
see why competition is good, because, I mean, if Twitch has to start, like, I want to know, like, honestly, is this Hitbox, like, whatever they're using to stream it, is it a better, more reliable thing than the Twitch one?
That's what I'm wondering, too.
Because Twitch has been bragging up and working on this new video system for so long, how can it be as good as it with that little delay?
And that's what I kind of wonder too. Is like, will Hitbox, if it grows exponentially,
will they have to go? And
will they
become
have
that?
to become Twitch, where they have this big delay? Is that just something that happens, or is it something that can be avoided? And Hitbox went down this path, and Twitch went this way, or maybe Twitch is on the same path, just taking longer to get back to here. I don't know.
I want somebody from Hitbox to talk about it.
I want Hitbox to talk, and I want Twitch to talk too, because they've been too quiet.
Wouldn't it be cool if they talked together? Why don't we we should invite them onto the podcast, but not tell them the other one's going to be there, and then it's like, lock the doors.
That's a good way to never have anyone show up ever again.
And that's a good way to get banned from both sites.
It's pretty much.
Exclusive for the temporary podcast, imprisonment. Imprisonment.
I really like Hitbox, so I've streamed there 4 or 5 times now. I mean, I don't really get the numbers that I get on Twitch. There's not as much foot traffic, basically. And if you think about Twitch, it has lots and lots of viewers and lots of streamers. So the chances of one random person clicking on your stream and coming in there and watching is much greater when there's a lot of foot traffic. Like in a mall, you have a shop set up, except that my stream is the shop. On Hitbox, I can set up a shop too, my stream, and not get as many people coming in. But, you know, it's still there, and people get to watch, and I get to interact immediately. And for certain games, that's awesome. For certain other things, it didn't really matter. So
basically, you're inside the mall that's on the side of town that nobody goes to.
No, there's 2 different malls.
Yeah, exactly.
I have a store in both.
You have a store in both.
I have a store in both.
But what about the employees working at the individual shops?
No, the new place, Hitbox, the new store over there, doesn't have as much foot traffic because it's kind of outside of town. But it shows some promise. It's a really
But what about
nice
the
setup.
employees of the shop? Are you
I am the only employee. I'm a sole proprietor. I can only have one open at any time. But technically, you can have 2. Technically.
Are you going to clone yourself?
You can actually stream to both.
I know, but
Yeah.
I
know.
I'm
metaphor.
metaphor. Liz, what do you think? You're a little bit more of an like a bystander experience. You've not been in streaming recently, so what do you think?
I know I've been busy, and I'm gonna be getting back into it. That you didn't cut me off earlier.
No.
Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's okay. No, I'm gonna be streaming more, and I haven't tried Hitbox yet, but I plan on it.
Yeah.
So.
It seems easier to kind of get in there too. If you just want to stream and have fun, like for me, it's my casual channel. Like
Right.
if I want to play WoW and I feel like streaming and still talking to people at like 1 a.m. Yeah,
you
I'll go
don't
stream on
have to
Xbox.
produce something. You can just
I can just
pop
there
it.
it is.
Pop it up.
You know, and hang out.
For me, it's kind of like Poodle Skirt Fan Club, which is my alternate account that I occasionally just like will go to.
I've never heard of this. All right.
Yeah, well,
Hitbox for filthy casuals confirmed.
confirmed.
But I do know that there's a lot of people, I mean, not a lot, but there are definitely some bigger Twitch people who are actually made it a point to say they are leaving Twitch simply because they are not happy with their experience. You might have had a good experience,
Right.
but some people that are partnered and have sub boxes and all that stuff haven't always had good experiences with Twitch. So
I'm interested. I just want Twitch to say something. Be like, all right.
I wish Twitch was more transparent.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have all positive experience
Yeah.
with anything
Yeah.
in life. There's gonna be.
So yeah, there's definitely room
Hitbox
for
is not the promised
welcome to
land.
my brain.
No, it might not be for some
Right
people. It
now.
might be
All right.
Yeah.
All right,
With
well,
milk and
it's-
honey.
competition.
I want to see competition.
I want to see competition. I want to see them actually going at, trying to get people to their sites instead of just doing massive tournaments.
I like massive tournaments. Let's move on to the next question. We have questions that come from the viewers. If you want to send us questions, please remember to send them to temporarypodcast@gmail.com with the subject line viewer question, and we will remind you to do that after we ask these questions. So send in your questions for next week. We need your questions. We have 0 questions left. We need your questions. Anyways, the question comes from Pip, who asks, most influential console of all time, I'm guessing. So I'll let you guys down there think. I'm going to say it was the Nintendo 64. The Nintendo 64 is a very influential console. It's what started like the first-person shooter genre, pretty much. Like as a basic on consoles. I know there was Doom and Quake, but I mean, this is when it was brought to consoles. This is when it was starting to really happen. We saw Mario 64, which had the first like 3D platformer basically. We started to see Star Fox 64. While Star Fox really did like a 3D space shooter, this was really bringing it up a notch. So I think there's so many experiences that Nintendo 64 brought that really brought it into the forefront. But that's just me.
Oh, go ahead.
Do you have any? No, I was done. I was
gonna say, you said of all time?
of all time.
Steambox, whenever it comes out. I think it will probably be that one.
Really?
Yeah.
Why do you think that?
It's gonna bridge kind of a gap that's been between PC gaming and the living room.
Mhm.
And that's the biggest part. And the thing is, it feels like something that Xbox is trying to do, being like a media center, combine all your stuff into one spot. But they're kind of like not doing it very well, or they got themselves already in one position that all their fan base is like, I don't really want this. Some people really want it, some others don't. Steambox is approaching it kind of fresh and saying, if you want this, this is it. This is going to be something that will take all of your Steam games, I mean all of them, but like most of your Steam games, you can play in the living room, or you can watch TV, or you can watch Netflix. You can do all. I think, from what I understand, it's going to have a lot of that stuff built into it. We don't know everything about it yet, but I think it might be the most influential.
Mm-hmm.
I think so. It'll be that switch. I feel like it's going to be the one that flips consoles into a new type of thing. Because so far they've just been game consoles with Netflix and web browsers.
Right.
And I feel like it's going to push it a little further. It'll be the next one that pushes it to the next thing. I don't know. We'll see.
What about you, Andy? What do you think?
Most influential console, N64.
Do you agree with me on that one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Liz, what about you? Since you made a point to look angrily at me.
Yeah, it's a toss-up for me between the N64 and the NES.
Why do you think the NES?
Well, I'd have to agree with name just went up, but it kind of brought back video games and expanded and made them more than just a fad or a hobby, and just a lot of good games with incredible storylines. I'm an RPG freak.
Right.
There were a lot of RPGs for the NES that I enjoyed.
That's where it first started a lot of times.
Yeah, and that was my favorite console as a kid, so it's what I grew up with.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the N64, like you said, with the graphics and the games. There were so many good games for the N64.
Exactly. But expanding on the NES, like that was like when, like you said, like it was like no longer becoming a fad. It was becoming a thing that you did. Like when kids would come home from school, they would play video games, and back then that's when video games were like meant to be like. They weren't meant to be like they are nowadays, where we like have like cabinets full of games. It was supposed to be like, okay, so what games do you have? Well, I have Mario, I have Zelda, and I have Final Fantasy. These are my 3 games. What games do you have? Well, I have Zelda 2, and I have Mario 3. Oh, wow. You want to trade for a week? Yeah. Hey, where do you find Dungeon 4 inside Zelda? Oh, well, you got to go burn the bush by the lake, and and it would take you weeks to play these games and not 2 hours.
And then you have that neighbor kid who borrows your game and then moves off and never gives it back.
Yeah.
Secret of Mana.
Oh,
yeah.
I like how you
that's
just screamed
rough.
Secret of Mana at the end. I thought you were like continuing that sentence, and
No, Secret of Mana.
you had that friend who stole your
Greg,
stuff. Secret
I know
of
who
Mana.
you are, Greg. I don't know where you are, but I know who you are. Greg. Last name unknown.
He's hiding inside the shadows.
He better be.
You're just gonna, if you ever see him on the street, you're just gonna grab him. Where's my mana? Whatever.
Jerk.
So I agree. Liz, we have a question in from Luigi Rules 324.
Yes, Luigi Rules 324 asks, how do you think...
Like this. Ha!
Ah, I hate it when people don't grammar. How do you think the Wii U would be doing if Super Mario 3D World and the Wind Waker HD were available at launch instead of new Super Mario Bros. U and ports of games available on the PS3 and 360?
I feel like Wind Waker HD, while it is a good one, it probably wouldn't have been a good one to have right at launch, maybe like a month after release. Simply because people would have just said, oh, well, they're just remaking the Wii, or they're remaking games because they don't have any new content. But Super Mario 3D World, that would have been a good one to launch with. That would have been good.
A lot better than New Super Mario.
Yeah.
Like if we got New Super Mario Brothers like in 2013 or inside 2012 rather than 2013, it would be like, if we had Mario U, the new Super Mario Bros. U inside 2013 instead of 2012, it would be so much better because people would be like, man, I just had so much fun playing Mario 3D World. That was a great game. And now you're giving us even more Mario this year?
Yeah.
Well, I feel so glad about my purchase. Not like, man, I've been waiting a year for some good content. Thank you. You know?
What surprised me a launch title with the Wii U was Zombie U, because I mean, let's face it, Nintendo's not known for making
Adult games.
adult games, and then it
That
came
was a good
out
one.
a launch title, Zombie U, a very violent, very bloody, gory game that was really, in my opinion, really decent.
Seems
really well done.
We killed Plink so many times.
Yeah. And Plink, I must have killed Plink like at least
18
20 times in my first playthrough. And I love the way that the game works. All Wii U's are connected in some way, shape, or form if they're online. So when someone else dies in the game, then you can actually go and kill their zombie and pick up their items. Which was a really cool thing in my opinion. Like I said,
I don't think any other game has ever done that before.
I killed Plink like 20 times.
Who's playing?
And it,
Purple Link?
Purple Link.
Oh, okay.
and so that means he died in his game 20 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you found him.
I
Man,
think it
Plink
ties
died
back
again?
to them not knowing their fan base.
I gotta go, guys.
She's got to go. She's being summoned.
TARDIS. The Doctor
No, it
Who
comes
is.
back to like Nintendo not knowing their fan base. Like they were releasing a really adult game on Wii U while also promoting it like as their regular Nintendo lineup.
And another Mario 2D, not a revolution.
I know they were trying to like just do a shotgun blast of games and see what sticks. Maybe if Zombie U or whatever Zombie U or whatever had taken off like a rocket, we would see a lot more adult games out there. Maybe we'd see a lot less Mario stuff. I mean, we'd still see it, but it wouldn't be near as pronounced. So I think they were just kind of seeing what What sticks?
Well, I mean, one of the biggest problems I think with the Wii U with launch was Nintendo Land. It came with all consoles at launch.
Yeah.
Nintendo Land is a good game, but you know what it isn't? It is not Wii Sports.
Yeah.
With Wii Sports, when people bought their Nintendo Wiis, do you remember the winter of 2006, though, that Christmas? Everybody and their grandma, and I'm being literal with that,
Yeah.
was swinging their tennis rackets. And do you see everybody with their Wii U gamepads? Everybody and their grandmas? No.
Yeah.
You'll probably see Nintendo fans with their gamepads that winter, that Christmas.
Yeah.
But a grandma would it's like imagine your grandmother. She comes over to your house when you buy the Wii, and she's like, "Well, what do you have? Here, Grandma, try this. This is a tennis racket." She instantly gets it,
Yeah.
But it's like, and she comes a couple years later for Christmas. Well, you got any new video games for me to play? More tennis. So got something like that. Here, Grandma, let's play Nintendo Land. She's like, holy God, what is this? Buttons, a screen. It's probably way too overwhelming. And
Like, even my grandmother had me set up the Wii that when I wasn't using it over at their house, simply because she was like, she'd call me up occasionally and be like, I really want to play that tennis game. Can you come set that up for me? I'm like, yeah, sure. Because I always try to, anyone who doesn't do that, unless your grandparents are jerks, that is true. They could be jerks. But if they're not jerks, encourage them to show interest in stuff that you like, totally. Because that's what I always looked at, And so they would call me up and have me come set up games for them to play sometimes.
so that's why I think Nintendo did really well with the Wii. The Wii did really well because Wii Sports was there to launch it, and in the Wii U launch, we had things like it was family friendly, but it didn't grab people. Nintendo should try to stick with their extended audience by continuing to make extended audience games, whether they like it or not.
And my grandparents aren't jerks.
Okay.
In addition to the conversation.
we have a question from Derp. Would you like to read it, Dyer?
No.
Alex, stop.
Derp asks, what do Yo think about recent revelations that CDI games should be considered to fit within the timeline? I'm guessing of Zelda.
This is a Zelda question, and I would like
Zelda
to
question.
answer this.
That's the reason why you
Of
want
course
me
you
to
would.
read it to you, so you didn't read it yourself.
So discuss amongst yourself. I'll be right back.
Oh, what? Oh gosh, he's going to get the
Oh, God.
Historia. He's going to get the Hyrule Historia.
So how you guys doing?
Hi. I'm very cold and tired.
Anyone want a Scroll of Resurrection?
It's been an
I really
overly
need that rocket mount,
emotional
so I can have
day.
someone,
Yeah,
like,
right.
Yeah, he went and got it.
What's the minimum time your account has to be inactive for that to work?
I don't know.
Bless!
Chat, tell us. How long does your account have to be inactive for Scroll of Resurrection to work?
1 year.
You're guessing 1 year. I think it might be 10 months.
Let me check and see.
That's true, Slowpoke. We are just MC's companions.
I'm getting like 2 months free. I'll give you a month. Don't lose your spot. Don't.
And so the Historia reads. The series contains a few spin-off games, such as Link's crossbow training, that have been not included in these chronicles. The CDI games fall into that category. And that is that.
But if it is included, then your book will be useless. It'll be like an Encyclopedia Britannica next to the Wikipedia.
There we go.
Well put.
Yes. No. So that's how I answer the question.
He just wants to protect his investment. Don't let that stop you.
Anyways, if you have a question,
Would be
He
like
isn't- he isn't
making-
fighting it at all. He's just like, yes.
That would be like making the cartoon series timeline synced.
it's,
I believe that series is synced.
are we still discussing this?
I'm saying it is. I'm saying whatever happened in that cartoon series is canon.
There you
Deal
go,
with it.
canon. That's my brain.
Just because it's not in there doesn't make it not true, sir. A friendly back.
Yeah.
Anyways, if you want to submit a question, how do you do that, Liz?
Submit questions to temporarypodcast@gmail.com with the subject line viewer question.
Wonderful.
Or question viewer.
Shush, you.
And we'll read it backwards.
All right, next we're going to be doing the weekly trivia. Ba-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. All right, MC's turned off chat. I will be asking questions, so feel free to shout it out in chat. We can't see it.
Yeah.
All right.
Andy, are you ready?
Are
I
your
am
bodies ready? You are not
Wait,
prepared.
we can pound the
Hang
table.
on.
The microphone's all the way over there.
Yeah.
I
Hi.
get my mouse spaz out. It's like dancing all over the place.
Don't get wow, Andy. Get off that website immediately.
I'm just looking.
Run!
I'm just looking.
All right.
Famous last words.
Question.
All right.
Sorry, Liz.
Question 1. Name the 4 Mario games released for Wii U.
Ding!
Ding.
MC.
Can we just have a question to MC? Like, if you want a question asked to MC, send it to that thing and say, viewer question for MC.
Super Mario 3D World, New Super Mario Brothers U.
Mhm.
There's 2 more.
Correct. There are 2 more.
Mario games released for the Wii U?
Yeah. Name the 4 Mario games released for Wii U.
I don't know. What are the other 2?
Probably like sports games.
I know.
Party or.
Well, what
I
are
think
they?
I know. Well, for the Wii U, there's the new Super Mario Bros.
Right.
Right.
The
3D World.
The Super Mario 3D World. There's the new Super Mario Brothers Luigi Edition. And,
Does that count as another game, though?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
oh!
Yep. New Super Luigi U.
It's just Mario Brothers because there. Oh wait, there isn't a Mario Kart for Wii U yet.
These Luigi Marios.
Mario Kart 8 isn't out yet, so.
Correct. What's the other one? It is a Mario title.
Mario Party.
Nope.
Mario Soccer.
Does it have
Nope.
Mario in the name?
It has Mario in the name.
It's not Mario Party.
It's a joint game. I'll tell you that one.
Oh, this is Mario
Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Yep.
The
Mario
Winter
and
Olympics.
Sonic
Got it.
at the 2014 Winter Games.
Andy got it.
You actually got a question. I think it's the first one I've
You
got.
lose.
I tried to block that game out of my memory.
Lose.
Anyway,
Good
continue.
day, sir.
Next
Which
question.
one do we have? It's the summer games.
We have the summer games, yeah.
You mean
Yeah.
the trash disc?
The trash disc.
The frisbee? The free frisbee in a box? I'm sorry.
We
I don't
get
like
a good workout doing the swimming
Oh, I
with
can't
that.
cheat.
It's fun.
Yeah, it's just waggle your remote as fast as the other person.
No, shut up. It's a good time.
Waggle, waggle,
All right.
waggle.
When was the Wii released?
Ding!
MC?
November 19th, 2006?
Yeah. I just have the year, so 2006.
Next time of the year.
Overachiever.
Listen, no questions about Nintendo. No questions about Zelda.
Do you
None of that, no more.
understand what
Nope,
you're doing
sorry.
to me?
No more. No more.
Nope.
None next
Nope.
week.
Nope. Okay. Next question. How
want
many
one.
total Mario Party games are there?
Ding!
9.
No.
13.
12. Right?
No.
More?
More.
15.
No.
It's
16.
It's less than
17.
It's not even 15. It must be like 13 or 14.
what?
It's 13.
Yeah!
Okay.
Can you
so-
name them?
Mario Party 1,
Mario
2,
Party 1,
3,
2.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Mhm.
Then there's the e-reader game.
Mhm.
Then there's Mario Party, the GBA version. Well,
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
Mario Party DS.
Yep.
And Mario Party, which just came out, Island Tour.
Yep.
Okay, I can name them all, but I can't really count them. I like Nintendo questions.
I got credit first.
You gotta yell ding. Hey,
I don't have to yell ding.
No, he said 13.
Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Oops. Okay. There we go. What does the owner of Sylph Company give you when you beat
Ding, Master Ball.
Giovanni? Okay.
Really?
I've been studying
Really?
Giovanni and Soap Company
Really?
all day today, actually, which is
Really?
funny.
That's not even cool.
Really?
Thanks, viewers.
Okay. Who was
Just stack
X
the deck
and
against
Zero's
us.
ally in Mega Man X8?
Mega Man question, hide!
Bass.
Hyrule story, protect me!
Bass.
In Mega Man X8?
Mhm.
I don't know if I ever played 8.
His ally?
Yeah.
Dr. Wily.
Dr.
Light.
Light.
Dr. Wily had been dead for quite some time.
Nemesis.
I don't know
Dr.
Mega
Light. It'd be Bass or it'd be Zero.
Well, it's X and Zero. Who was their ally?
Who was X and Zero's ally in Mega Man X8?
The Woofy Dog.
Sigma.
That would be my guess, actually, because it's
Yeah.
stupid enough to
At
be
that
true.
point, yeah.
Please tell me it's not Sigma.
No.
Is it
says
Bass?
Axel.
Axel?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I remember.
I vaguely remember that.
All right. Next question. Which computer is the best-selling personal computer of all time?
The Apple II.
No. Which computer is the best-selling
Alienware.
personal
Chat
computer
explodes.
of all time?
Ding. E-Machine.
No. This is one I didn't know. I didn't.
It's got to be an
fact
old
check
one, I
it.
would imagine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
was
fact check it, but
Ding. Gateway Machine.
no.
My guess would have been Apple II. I think that's the one that took off. It just is Apple One, I guess. Or?
The Intellivision. The.
No, I got no idea. It would have to be one of those early ones, though.
Yep.
What is it?
The Commodore 64.
Oh, does that count? Oh, that was mainly just
Oh.
a console. I always consider that just a console.
Computer. Personal computer. All right. Next question.
Unless we're getting some variety in these.
Yeah, I tried.
Thank you.
How many characters are in, Project M 3.0?
What?
How many characters are in Project M?
You're gonna make me count.
33.
It's
No.
less than that. It's like
22.
3 rows, like
27.
9.
How many characters in Project M 3.0?
3 rows of 10, maybe. No. Is it more than 35?
Yes, it is.
It's like 30.
Nope.
42.
Nope.
The answer's always
41.
42.
Yep.
41?
41. You guessed, though. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I was estimating.
All right, next question. What system was the original Phoenix Wright made for?
Ding!
Yes.
Nintendo DS.
No.
Game Boy Advance.
Yes.
Oh.
I
was
didn't think it was that
GBA.
early.
You couldn't yell at the screen, though.
Objection!
Yeah.
All right. How many Zelda games does the glitch Back in Time BIT
Ding.
work in?
3.
Yeah, which ones?
The Wind Waker.
Mm-hmm.
Toilet Princess.
Toilet?
and Squidward Sword.
Correct.
Does it work on the Wind Waker HD?
Crap.
I would think it would,
Too
actually.
many Zelda
But I'm not
questions.
Actually, you can't soft reset.
I will
Interesting.
try better next time. How many main series Zelda games, not including the Four Swords games, do not include Pieces of Heart?
So,
I like it when he
Approximately
makes
3 and a
that
half.
sound. 3 and a half.
no.
Is this like Precious Right where I just name a number, and if he's closer to the number than me,
No,
he wins, or I'm
think
closer?
about it.
Game,
Then answer.
I'm only thinking
Zelda
of
games
one
that
right
don't
now.
have pieces of heart.
Main series Zelda
$5.99.
games.
There's
not-
Legend of Zelda, the original. That's Zelda 2, so that's 2. Link's Awakening doesn't have.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it does. 2?
If he loses, I get to spin the wheel.
More than 2.
Yeah, it has to be. Phantom Hourglass has
Mainstream
Spirit Tracks.
And
I
I'm
mean,
gonna
it
do
became a
those
mainstay,
jump.
like, definitely after.
I can only think of 2 that.
The Oracles definitely have them, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Main series. Link's Crossbow Train doesn't count. Screw that.
This says that Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks does not have them.
Does it not?
That's
No,
what
I don't think it
says.
does.
It says.
I don't know about Phantom Hourglass, but Spirit Tracks definitely doesn't.
Yeah.
Well.
It's 4. It's 4 games: The Legend of Zelda, Adventure of Link, Phantom Hourglass, and Spirit
I
Tracks.
shall imprint that to my brain.
Hit the book. Hit the book. Hit
I
the
thought
book.
about it. I thought about going bump.
There we go.
MC wins. Big surprise. Congrats.
Whoa! If you have a question for next week, how do you do that, Andy?
You.
Mail the answers to MC.
What?
What?
If you have a trivia question for the next episode, email it to temporarypodcast@gmail.com with the subject line trivia. Transition to the next thing, please.
Would you stop reading the prompts?
We're gonna finish it off. Oh, I get to read again. Thanks everyone for watching. Follow us on Twitter on the screen.
No. Quit. No.
Right there. There we go. Quick,
No.
on there.
No.
At
No,
King,
none of
at
that
King
either.
Bacon.
None of that one either. This one.
And we're gonna finish the show off with a song, my friends. This is a song that you may not know. You can submit the song of the week for next week at temporarypodcast@gmail.com with the subject line "Song of the Week." And this week's song is Super Sonic Racing. Thanks for watching.
New
Let's get up-
time.
What?
New time you didn't announce it.
Oh,
Good time.
next week we're going live 9:30 p.m. Look forward to that.
New time next week, 9:30 p.m.
We'll be-
Hype get.
Yeah, we'll see you there, guys.
We can't see chat, by the way. You never turn that monitor.
The monitor didn't turn on.
No,
All right.
please.
Thanks for watching, everybody. That's all.
ASUS.
Bye. Bye. Bye.